I didn't plan on starting the video here, but this is right outside my hotel room early in the morning here in Athens, Georgia. And look at this hill. Those vines all covering everything, even the way back there, look. That's kudzu. Kudzu. And there's going to be a lot of kudzu in this video. This is a very Adam the Woo-esque opening. I'm noticing that. I guess he rubbed off on me. That's kudzu. Join me. Kudzu?
I know you gonna dig this.
Get funky with me.
One thing I always do when I'm in Athens is I stop here at the Grit, a coffee shop, early in the morning, and I get a coffee. It's owned by Michael Stipe from REM. Now this video ostensibly is not about REM, but there's some REM elements going to be coming up because it is Athens. I mean, come on. But it's closed today. Huh. Come on. Alright, let's go to the location. Michael Stipe owns this. As my day's beginning, I am getting a steaming warm cup of coffee. Not from the Grit, but somewhere else. You can see the steam coming off. But eco-friendly stir sticks pasta. That is wild. And I should mention this place is called Hendershots. Stir your coffee with pasta. Again, I haven't really officially started the video yet, but there's something I want to check out here on Clayton Street in Athens. Then I'm going to get to the place I'm going. But I remember Athens very well, and I remember the parking is a little tough. Well, this is lots here, I didn't realize that. But a couple things I want to just check out, see what's happening with them, and then I'll start the video. I promise. That's pretty cool. That's the Georgia Theater. And a lot of famous bands that come through here. Most importantly, though, REM has played here a few times, and they did the video for Shiny Happy People in there. Here in the window at Weck Street Records, some vintage REM flyers and posters. It's where Peter Buck from the band used to work, where he met Michael Stipe. That's in my other videos. Link below. Okay. I am starting the video anytime soon, but this is something that I visited way back 2.5, 3 years ago. Oh, look at this. Greetings from Athens. That's awesome. Okay, but we got to go around the corner. I am starting the video, but this is so cool. This building is still here, and I wonder if it still looks the same. See this building right here? Now, not Chick Music. Chick Music was an institution here for a while. I can't believe it's closed. But this building right here, this, I don't know if it still is. I just want to come and take a look at it. Was owned by REM. This is where they wrote a lot of their music. So much. And when I was here 3 years ago, there was an Arizona iced tea can here in the window. Now they had tapestries hanging before. Now they've got shutters. So I don't know what's going on in here in this building now. But I remember looking around the side here, and I could see inside through one of the tapestries, and I could see a bunch of REM CDs piled up. Let's see. No, can't see a thing. That's crazy though. That's it right there. So I do have an REM playlist that is set up. I'm going to put a link to it below. I interviewed REM's manager. There's about 4 videos, and they're probably I think the videos I'm most proud of, in terms of, not necessarily most proud of, I was most excited to do. People ask me a lot what my favorite videos to do, and I think those ones, just because there were a lot of locations that were hard to find and meant a lot to me. That is now probably under new ownership, I'm not sure, but a lot of history in that building. All right, now the main event. Okay, one last location before I get to the real location. This video's not really about REM, but I'm doing a lot of I keep stopping. My old friend Weaver D Now, Automatic for the People, you know, that's like their biggest album. That's where they got the title from. That's the same sign from 1986. I'm hoping Weaver's inside. He's the greatest dude ever. Automatic, baby. Automatic. That's his catchphrase that he would say when people come up to the counter and order. And they order their food and say, Automatic, baby. Automatic, baby. Automatic for the people. Let's go in and say hi to Weaver. I hope he's here. I was here yesterday and it was closed. Closed on Mondays. All right. Weaver, my old friend, I want to hear you say it for me.
Automatic.
Automatic, baby.
Automatic.
Automatic, baby. Look at this stuff. This is so awesome. It's so great to be back here.
Okay. How long you gonna be in Athens?
I'm just going over to one more location, finish my, and I'm out. Thank you, Weaver.
Thank you. Good to see you. Automatic.
How awesome is that? He was not expected to be on video. He's in a few of my other videos. I did in the link below in the playlist. You'll see him. Just such a sweet man. And yeah, 36 years, right? 24. No, 14. Yeah, 36 years. How awesome was that? I love Weaver. I love coming here. This is just so cool. And 36 years in business. This little tiny spot. And I'm telling you, I mean, look at the parking lot. It's packed. And it was packed about an hour ago. Like double this at lunchtime. But if you come to Athens and you don't get some of their fried chicken or pot roast, all the stuff they make in here, especially their fried chicken. I ate their fried chicken once sitting right underneath that, like where that chimney is. I had my car there. And it was raining, but like a drizzly rain. I just sat outside. It was like getting dark, and I was so hungry. I didn't want to get in the car. I just ate it on the roof of the car as I was leaving because I thought I was going to eat at the hotel, but it smelled so good. Crazy memory. There it is. All right, now, there's so many REM stuff. There's so much around here. We're right around this area. You can watch it in my playlist below if you're interested, and you should be. I would hope you would be. They're the greatest band ever. All right, let's go. Move it, red truck. Check out this old Coca-Cola sign on the street that I'm driving down to get to my location. Vintage Coca-Cola signs. The Woo would be proud. There we are. Hiawassee and Chattooga. Hiawassee and Chattooga.
Well, hello.
Well, hello. Well, hello. What's going on, everybody? How are you doing today? So, that was a pretty long intro. Here I am in Athens, Georgia. Take a look at these beautiful houses around me. Every house is painted a different color in this area. I was just downtown. I was mostly downtown I was showing you. Now, below there is an REM playlist. When I was here 2.5, 3 years ago roughly, and I did a whole bunch of videos about REM, one of my favorite bands. I mean, if I had to choose, gun to my head, my favorite artists besides Eminem, George Michael, U2, REM, Bleachers, Counting Crows, Dre, Snoop, there's a lot. REM is right up there, if not at the very top. I love REM. Now, this video is not really about REM, but it's my favorite place probably that I've ever been to. It's my favorite place in America, and it's right around the corner. And this is someplace that I've come to many times, way before I did YouTube. And it does have to do with REM, but for me, it's something bigger. And I've been struggling in my head how to explain it, what it means, and why I love it. So this video is gonna be me just talking and showing you something really cool. I think is really cool, and walking to it and trying to explain why I love it. Now, Athens, Georgia is a city, it's about an hour and a half, I guess, from Atlanta. It's a college town, a great vibrant music scene, and sweltering. I mean, it's February right now. I'm in a t-shirt and shorts, which is great. But if you come here in August, like it was usually August I would come, it's a different level of heat. I mean, you hear the heat in the air in the summer here in Athens, Georgia. It's hot. Right now it's humid, it's warm, So I kind of was like, oh, I would rather do this video when it's really hot to get to sounds in the background, but you do hear it a little bit. We're gonna walk right over here. I'll show you. Like I said, Hiawassee and Chattooga. We're gonna walk right over to these train tracks. Now they are. I'm not gonna do very many edits. So that was me tripping over a branch. That happens a lot when you have clown feet. These are active train tracks right here. So you gotta be careful if you're gonna come to this location ever. If you're in Athens, I highly recommend you do. But we're gonna take a walk along, and I'm gonna show you something really cool. And we'll talk about me traveling and pre-YouTube and post-YouTube and what it's been like. It's not a far walk. As you can see, there's lots of things tied. There's old train. There's some old water towers over here and over there, but you can't see them now. I just drove by them. Really cool. But yeah, we got to be careful, but we will be. And we're going to walk right down this way. So here we go. This is my Stand By Me moment. Now, I mentioned Kuzo earlier, right? Kuzo. The vine that ate the South. This vine that grows everywhere down here, pretty much, I mean, on the side of buildings, you can see it's going up there, all the way along there's a lot. And I am being careful. I'm watching both ways. I mean, it smothers other plants and kills them. So it's a bit of a nuisance, but it's everywhere. It's the vine that ate the South. Now, I believe, memory serves me correctly, and I know it well, that's right here where I always go. Probably about my 8th or 9th time coming here. All of a sudden there's a wind, which sucks. But yeah, probably about my 8th or 9th time. One of the first places, I'm tearing that down. One of the first places I came to in Athens, Georgia, when I came down here. And I've been here a few times. Yeah, this is it over here. Set further back than I remember. So cool. Now, this is what I want to show you, and then we're going to talk about it a little bit. Right there. Right there. Now, I can't get down there. I mean, I can get closer, but it looks like some sort of fence. It's right all around it. Can't get over it. That is where they took the cover photo for R.E.M's first album, Murmur. That is the exact album cover right there. Those two things covered in vine, things in the background. But those two main ones off to the left, and those to the right. And their album was released in 1983. It's their debut album. They had an EP before that, Town, of course. But there's 3 people that did the photography. Now, the famous shot on the back, the train trestle, that's in another area of town. That is in my playlist below. But this, 3 people did the artwork. And they just walked along here looking for cool things to find. And they shot a picture, and that's the one that they chose, the band chose, to go on the cover of the album. Right there. Now, if you've seen my channel before, you know I do love matching up old photos, seeing how they look in present day. I believe the album cover is more about there, kind of even maybe more from this angle, because only one of them is really seen. There's 2 humps seen, so I'm wondering how they took that. Let me see. Well, I was just looking at it again, so it looks like that's the one that's shown, but there are 2 humps going a vine. But there are those 2 humps, so it's a vine that's creating those humps there. Roughly about that. So, oh, here comes a train. We're gonna get down here. I actually, of all the times I've been here, I've never seen a train go by. These aren't dead tracks, like I said. They are active. And but of all the times, I've never seen a train go by. Isn't this crazy, though, that it's right here? This structure, these 2 structures, whatever they are, they look to be made of cement. This little property is still the same. I mean, that's 1983, 27, 22. What? 27 and 22. Wait, 87, 83, 17 and 20. So it was 39 years ago. 39 years ago. The heat's hitting my head. Let's take a look at this train. Look at how the tracks go up and down. Oh my God. It was cool for a minute. One thing I've learned about trains while driving through the United States of America and crossing a lot of train tracks is when the train comes, it's never as short as you think it's going to be. It's always a lot longer. That was a good 5 minutes I just waited. What? I can't hear a thing. One of the trains said they had a set of rules on it because it was going so long I could read like printed rules on the side and said a whole bunch of things that said do not apply vibrator. Okay, not from my experience, but that's what it said.
Well, hello.
So here I am, back at this location in Athens, Georgia, which is just I didn't even know who REM was in 1983. I was too little. I was too young. I didn't know. I didn't like them until late. I didn't know who they were until later. And then, of course, I love all their albums since. No. Oh, I thought another train was coming. But I don't know why I had such a visceral reaction or such a reaction to seeing that album cover. I've seen a lot of album cover locations. That's my favorite. And I'm trying to piece together in my head why. See, I know that I like to revisit things, even if I don't upload it on my channel. I like to go back to a lot of places and see them again. Like being here in Athens again after 3.5 years, 3 years roughly. I think it was August 2019. Is a real trip for me, and I'm seeing all these things and that I really filmed and really went deep dive into REM stuff. So it's really. The memories are coming flooding back. And then, like I said, I've been here before, just before YouTube. But my life now, I think I kind of divide it. I don't think I divide. I know I divide it. I divide it into pre my mother's death and post my mother's death. Everything I think about, I think about my mother once every 5 minutes at least. I don't know. I'm just speaking honestly. I'm not looking for sympathy or anything like that. It was a very traumatic experience having somebody who I was very close to. I'd moved in with her to take care of her and help her when she was very sick, and then she passed suddenly. It was unexpected. My father passed away before that. That was over the course of 10 years. We were called to the hospital 4 times to be told that he was going to pass away. You build up something to it, like when it's over 10 years, and I love my father just as much as I love my mother, of course. Both were the best parents anyone could ever ask for, but my mother was sudden, and I couldn't be there because of the pandemic. They wouldn't allow us. So, in the room. So, I know that I still suffer from a little bit of just anger and what's the term? Just like I was gonna say post-traumatic stress, but I don't want to take away from people who have like post, but a little bit of it, I think so, because I some days I can't function properly because when I think about it, oftentimes I go into what I call a K-hole. If you're a clubber, you know what that means, but not what it means. Where I'm just so in my head and dark, and I don't want to talk. I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to talk to anybody. It happens a lot. I don't want to respond to things. I don't want to. I'll just put on something on TV that I've seen a million times and literally not even watch it. Just zone out staring, which I think is normal for a lot of people, and especially if I'm home in Toronto, that happens a lot. But just with me and Shady sitting. But I visit these places again, and I think last time I visited here, my mother was alive. And then I come back to these places afterwards, I'm like, and I see something like this that I love. My mother wasn't alive. So I've been going back to a lot of places. That's where I'm going. And Florida's a very difficult place for me to go to because the last time I was there, my mother was alive, and also I have a lot of memories of my mom and father from going there to Florida when we were little. That's what we did. That's what Canadians do. You go to Florida. So Florida's gonna be tough, but I'm going back, and I haven't been back since my mother passed away. There's some real dirty stuff, pictures here. My mother watched every single video I ever did. She's my biggest supporter, and it gets me, the fact that she's not able to watch anything I'm doing now. She can't see, weighs heavily on me sometimes, plays in my head, and there's guilt issues, but not being there, there's everything. But I like to come back and see these places sometimes because it reminds me of a time when my mother was alive. And then there's places way before I started YouTube where both my parents were alive. So I think my biggest takeaway from this, or why it's my favorite place, is just because it's a weird thing to go and look for. It's a hard thing to find, this album cover location. I showed you the street crossings, and just walk down and you'll find it if you're ever in Athens. So now anybody watching this video is looking, they can find it easily. I don't remember what I was saying now. I'm actually in a good mood. I'm actually happy. Like, I love what I do, and I'm blessed to do it. I understand that. It's a different job. It's an odd job. That's for sure. And it's fun. And without the support and love of everybody that watches my channel, I wouldn't be able to do it. And I am missing my biggest supporter, my mom, who watched everything. And like I said, I was staying with her, living with her, so I could hear her watching my videos, which I don't watch my videos after I put them on. So I could hear her watching them in her room. I'd be mortified about some of the things I would say, and she'd hear. But she had a dark, dirty sense of humor too, just like me, but not as dirty as me. And I kind of leave that off the channel sometimes because it's gonna get rough. I just like to make dirty jokes, swearing and sex jokes, whatever. But I tried to curb that while I was doing when my mom was alive, because you don't want your mom to hear you saying certain words or making jokes about certain things. But she had a great sense of humor, so she would have laughed probably. So the gloves are off when it comes to that. I'm just going to start swearing and saying all sorts of things and showing dirty pictures. Maybe. But why is this my favorite place in America? Why? I don't know. But I come through here. I literally came way out of my way just to come here, just for that. I wasn't even sure if I was going to make a video. Like 2 hours out of my way. Just to see it. I've seen it before. Just back. I find a sense of peace here. Aside from that train, as you can see, it's very peaceful. In the summer, like I said, it's hot. It's quiet. It's tucked away in this little corner of Athens, Georgia. One of my favorite towns. Every town I go to becomes one of my favorite towns. That's for sure. Seattle. Los Angeles and Chicago, New York, and Detroit, especially. Love all the cities. I love Toronto, my hometown. I am Canadian. But I love Athens. And I love the people. I love the atmosphere. And every time I come here, it takes me back to a time where things were different in my life. When you lose a parent, when you lose two parents, I know a lot of you have, and it's just that unconditional love you get from parents. You can't get it from anyone else. Try as you might, or I don't try, but some people might try. There's nothing like that. So why is this my favorite place in America? Because it's quiet. And I can just stand there and stare like I just did. And I can think about different times in my life. So I'm headed to other places. I'm going to keep making videos. I got some great stuff coming. I learned a lot working with my boy Adam the Woo. So there's a couple of videos I still have coming with him. I have got a lot of stuff planned Some places I'm going to be revisiting. Some places I'm just going to go I'm just going to go to certain places and just talk. And like this, about whatever. And hopefully make you laugh. That's what I want to do. That's what I like to do. I like it, like the fact that when people say they're here with me, they feel like they're with me. That is the biggest compliment anyone can pay to me, is that when you watch my videos, you feel like you're right with me. Well, right now you're with me, right in the heart of Athens, Georgia, on these little train tracks where a lot of history occurred. What did I say, 39 years ago? I mean, one of the biggest bands in the world, you know? They probably walked down with them and said, yeah, that's a great shot. I don't know how the story went. But, or maybe they took it back to them and they said, yeah, that's the one. And then they catapulted to stardom. So it's my favorite place in America. I love every place I go to. Filming locations, there's graves, there's everything. But this is where I find a lot of peace. A lot of just, you know, guys in tank tops getting stuff out of the trunk of their car. I'm not making out of here. Nah, he's cool. He said hi to me earlier. Alright, well, lots more videos coming. And this is just a little stopgap in the middle of my journeys. And just talking about why I love this part of America. The South, I love the South. The heat is coming right down right now. Whew, I'm gonna go get a hot coffee. And yeah, go do, make the drive to my next location. You see videos coming all the time, for a long time. Thanks to everyone. I love you all. Peace out. Peace out. And there's one of those old water tower things I was talking about, all rusted out. There's another one further down, but there's right there, right near the corner of Hiawassee and Chattooga.